Morning. It's May 19th, and we're going to plant some of these Hoss tools. Let's see if I can get it in focus. Kentucky blue pole beans. We plant these every year in this little box right here. This box is 7 foot long by 4 foot wide. We'll do a row on one side and a row on the other side, and we got a little trellis here set up because these things get about 6 foot tall. And let me see if I can get this adjusted without cutting the video off. And then to our row of beans, we're going to add this pea and bean booster. We add this every time we plant our beans. It does help out. We've done it without them before, and we just didn't get the yield that we get when we add this stuff. And this was only $2.50. So if you're planting beans or you're planting peas, you want to add some of this for $2.50 and get a lot better yield. And on this pack, it says plant after late frost, 1 inch deep, spacing 3 to 4 inches. Our rows, we can't get 3 foot. We'll get 2 foot, but that's good enough, I guess. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And we seem to get a great harvest off of these guys here every year. This is just an old garden box with garden soil in it. We amend it every year with a little bit of compost, and I come out here yesterday and turned it in really well. It was full of earthworms, and instead of going, I was going to go 4 inches apart on my spacing and put 2 seeds, but I think I'm just going to go 3 inches apart and put 1 seed, 1 bean seed, and I'll show you what these seeds look like. They're almost like a navy bean, and this variety is bred for disease resistance. That's why we grow this every year. We've grown other variety of beans and inevitably always end up with rust, I guess disease or virus, whatever it is, on our beans. And you'll know if you get it because your plants look like a piece of metal that's rusted. It gets all over the leaves, and once that stuff starts, it's very hard to get rid of it unless you're spraying with fungicides early. But these, we, knock on wood, never had to spray any fungicides, and we don't get any bean rust. So that's why we plant these. They're a pole bean, and that's why we got the trellis. So we'll go ahead and get started. And I cut me a piece of little piece of PVC pipe that's just 3 inches apart, and I've got about I don't know, a foot here that we don't have any trellis. So once we get these beans in here, I'm going to come back with some of this twine, this garden twine, and run a row here and a row down there, and that'll help them beans get up to this metal trellis, and then they can take off growing. So all I'm going to do is go through here and just make a little trench. All the way down across here. Maybe go a little deeper. It says 1 inch planting. And this soil's real nice and loose. And then what we'll do is we'll come through here with this pea and bean booster. And just run it right down the middle of this row. I gotta check to see if this video's still running, because sometimes this thing cuts off on me. I'm not a fan of technology, but it is nice to be able to make a video. editing and stuff like that, that's a whole different thing. I don't mess with all of that. What you get is what you get. Or what you see is what you get. So we'll just sprinkle this down through here. It don't have to be real heavy. Just make sure you get some in the row. I'll show you. This looks like pepper flakes. You can see that right there if it's picking it up. So maybe we'll add a little more. It's not like fertilizer, I guess. Can't really overdo it with the pea and bean booster. Alright, that's good. That's not. It says it treats a 10-foot row. So we'll probably do 2 rows. So maybe I better add a little more. And we'll just do the other half. That's about half right there, half a pack. And we'll save the other half for the other row. Pretty good looking seeds. And it says go an inch, so I'm going to go ahead and just make a little divot hole there. Down about my first digit, that's about 1 inch. And we'll put that there. And if we have some spaces that don't have a bean sprout, I can come back in here later and throw another bean seed in there. I'd rather do that than put 2, because every time I put 2, I got to pinch one off. I don't like doing that and wasting them seeds, but if that's what you like to do, then you go right ahead and do it. I'd rather just come in here and replant if I'd have got a space that ain't got a bean plant coming up in it. We seem to have good luck here every year with our beans. There we go. Move this out of the way. And we'll just lightly cover these over, just pinch that soil back across there. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day today the Lord's blessed us with. It's in the 80s. We're well past our last frost date, so these beans should be okay. There we go. Let me get my watering can and we'll put a little water on it. Got a rain barrel set up over there. We've had a lot of rain this year so far, and we was able to fill up all of our barrels and our IBC tote. And we use food grade barrels and a food grade IBC tote. So we're sitting with about 400 gallons of rainwater. Actually, we got 275 and 4 barrels, 370, almost 500 gallons of rainwater, plus our 5-gallon buckets. We'll water these in really well since we're going to have some, I think it's going to be 85, 86 degrees today. And then while we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and take this garden twine. If I can get it out of here and untangle it. It's a big old mess. Fell out of the pack on me the other day, and I wrapped it back up and stuck it in there, but I didn't do a good job of that. So we'll just go through here and tie some nice tight string. I believe I'm going to go ahead and just cut that. And won't be a tangled up mess trying to. And we'll try to get it level as we can. It ain't rocket science, but we'll try to do the best we can with it. Hold that. Okay, that's one. And there we go. That should help us out. I'll do another one. I'll do another one. We got plenty of string here. You can use about anything. I have used yarn in the past years. Mason's twine. This is some twine a friend of ours gave us for the garden. So we're going to use it. We got no money in it. So thank you, Mark, for that. So there we go. There we go. Almost like a guitar string. This looks like what my beta caster looks like when I go fishing and I backlash it. A mess of string here. So we'll try to get this thing and it ain't gonna work with me, so that's alright. We'll just do what we can do with it. So this don't be a 2-hour video on planting beans. Hopefully we can get a piece over here, and then I can untangle this knot later on. Wrap it around there twice. All right. And there you go. We'll throw a little more water on there. Let it soak in really good. And we're using rainwater. And if you don't have a way to collect rainwater, you can use your city municipality water, but I suggest you get you a bucket, fill that bucket up, and then let it set overnight, 24 hours. And that chlorine will dissipate out of there and it won't kill your plants. So, this is how we plant our Hoss Kentucky Blue Pole Bean, and I highly recommend these beans. If you want bean plants that just keep producing, this is what you need to plant. If you like a pole bean. If you like a bush bean, they got some good varieties too. We don't get no money back or nothing like that. We just use their products because they're good. And then always add you some pea and bean booster to your peas and your beans, and that'll help your harvest out. Now we're going to go ahead and call her done. I'm going to do this other row here, and basically it's wash, rinse, and repeat. You get the gist of it. So thanks for watching our videos. We appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up and share our videos, and like, share, and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.